Okay, these virtual notes, or the notes for today's virtual day, are on proportions, okay? And we talked about proportions a little bit during that right triangle trig unit, okay? Ratios, it's just comparing numbers, okay? And we've got two ratios set equal to each other. That is called a proportion, okay? And in order for things to be proportional, their cross products must be equal to each other. Okay, and that word products mean to multiply. So when we are trying to determine if things are proportional, we are going to multiply across in an X pattern. Okay, so here this first one, 3 over 6 equals 4 over 8. We are determining, are they proportional? Okay, 3 times 8 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. Since those cross products are equal, then yes, those ratios are proportional. Okay. That second one there, we are going to multiply 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. We are going to multiply 4 times 6 to get 24 again. Okay, but since these are not equal, these ratios are not proportional. Okay. Next one, 5 times 10 is 50. 3 times 12 is 36. Since these are not equal, these ratios are not proportional. And this last one, 17 times 45. Holy cow, that's a big number. Is 765. When we multiply 15 times 51, we also get 765. So since those are equal, those two ratios are proportional. Okay? So we can determine if ratios are proportional or not, okay? But what is going to be beneficial is we can use proportions to find a missing value, okay? Or what value will make the ratios proportional. So we are still going to be cross multiplying, okay? 10 times 15 is 150. 5 times x is 5x. Okay, and in order for these to be proportional, we have to set these equal to each other. Okay, since we have 5 times x, we're going to divide both sides by 5. And 150 divided by 5 tells us that x is 30. Okay. Number 2 here, 72 times x is 72x. 8 times 81 is 648. Okay, for these two things to be proportional, we have to set them equal to each other. And to get x by itself, we divide both sides by 72. That tells me that x is 9. Okay. 12 times 34 is 408. 10 times x is 10x. They have to be equal to each other to be proportional, and so we need to find x by dividing by 10. And we do get a decimal, but that's okay, all right? Decimals are numbers too. Okay, last one here. 5 times x is 5x. 3 times 12 is 36. And to figure out what value makes these ratios proportional, we set them equal to each other, divide both sides by 5, and your x value is 7.2. Okay, and then just a couple word problems here. This says the ratio of girls to boys, so girls to boys, is 1 to 2. Okay, so in our numerator, we're going to keep the number of girls, and the denominator, we're going to keep the number of boys, just because that's how it appears in that first sentence, okay? If there were 16 boys, okay, so the number of boys goes on the bottom in the denominator. Okay, how many girls? We don't know. That's what we're trying to find, so that's going to be our variable. Okay, and now do the same thing I just did. Okay, 2 times x is 2x. 1 times 16 is 16. And to figure out the number of girls, to keep the proportion, okay, we set them equal. To get x by itself, we divide by 2. Since x is 8, that means that there were 8 girls in the class. Okay. Last one here. There are 6 elephants and 9 camels. Okay. Since we're just given information about the total number, we're going to look down here in the last sentence. We want the ratio of camels to elephants. So camels to elephants. Okay, the number of camels will be in the top. The number of elephants is in the denominator at the bottom. Okay, we had 9 camels and 6 elephants. All we need to do for this one, we don't even have to solve. Okay, we just need to simplify this fraction. Okay, so 9 over 6 simplifies to 3 over 2.